on the live show. So we have, yeah, way better. Okay, great. Right, so let's go and talk about ashwagandha. Let's move a little bit here. So I just copied some stuff from a big pages because I don't want to get it wrong. You know, ashwagandha generally is said to be a root, but it is evergreen shrub. So it is very important to mention that it grows in India, the Middle East, and the parts of Africa, and it is where it's known as Indian ginseng. I think I actually mentioned it. And ashwagandha also is actually the name ashwagandha describes its smell, because ashwa means horse, so it supposedly smells like a horse. Very interesting fact. I have never smelled real ashwagandha apart from the pills that I have been taking, but it has been used for medicinal purposes. Oh yeah, popping. Hello everybody, by the way. I can see that few people are tuning in. Beth is saying that she just started popping some in the tea blends. Interesting to say what I say about it. Nene is joining us. Okay, she has a work meeting right now. Right, let's go straight to it, guys. It's not going to be long. It's only ashwagandha that we're going to be talking about. So anyway, ashwagandha smells like a horse, and it's also named Indian ginseng or winter cherry. And as we know, ginseng and as well as ashwagandha will have a lot of health benefits. The first that I actually put as the last one here is increased energy, because as you know, ginseng is supposed to give you a little bit extra vital energy and everything. It is said to actually reduce blood sugar levels, and there are scientific studies about that it helps you level your sugars, your blood sugars. It might have anti-cancer properties like all adaptogenic herbs. It can reduce cortisol levels, which I'm going to be talking about in a minute. Because it reduces cortisol levels, it might help reduce stress and anxiety. It might reduce symptoms of depression, boost testosterone and fertility in men, which we're going to get in depth in a minute. May increase muscle mass and strength, again more in men than in women because of the testosterone production. Reduce inflammation, lower cholesterol and triglycerides, may improve brain function, include memory. Now this is all the list of benefits that ashwagandha can give to everybody, right? So it's quite a broad list. It's very important to know again that it's not a medication, it is a herb. So those effects are not going to be super strong, of course. And it is supposed to be adaptogenic herb. And adaptogenic herbs, I should probably include another one of like even before I started talking about ashwagandha, that adaptogenic herbs actually are supposed to improve the connection and your hormonal levels. And it means, it doesn't necessarily mean that you take one adaptogenic herbs to increase specific level of your hormone, like you low in progesterone and you're going to take this herb, adaptogenic herb, and it's going to raise your progesterone like artificially, like medication do. What it does rather, it helps with communication between your glands, right? So it can help with communication between your pituitary gland and your thyroid gland. It can help with communication between ovaries and your pituitary gland again. That also does the luteinizing hormone. So it can be, it's more toning effect, and it will not make you excrete any specific hormone that you care about, you know, in abundance. What it rather does is it levels everything out. It helps communication between your hormones and between the glands that are producing these hormones, right? Adrenal glands with other glands, etc., etc., etc. So it is very important to understand. Hi, Heather is joining in. We have MM saying she's taking it to try fight facial hair. I'm going to get to it in a minute. Right, so ashwagandha in PCOS. Before I'm going to start saying anything directly about PCOS, I'm going to say who shouldn't be taking it, apparently. First of all, people who are breastfeeding and pregnant. In general, majority of non-tested supplements are not recommended for women pregnant or breastfeeding due to low regulation, right? So the problem also with buying supplements is that you never know what is actually in it, and you have to be very vigilant and do your own research to actually find a good supplement that actually has, it's worth your money. Because very often we can buy very cheap supplements that don't have the active ingredient that we wanted, or they have a lot of filler that we didn't want, right? So people with thyroid medication, like me, apparently shouldn't be taking ashwagandha. even though in other sources it's been said that it might actually boost your thyroid function. And now why people on thyroid medication should not take it is because it might make thyroid medication even stronger. I don't think it's thyroid medication even stronger. I think that's not what happens. I think it was simplification in this article, because in other part it was saying that it might actually boost your thyroid function. So if you are on dose of 75, no, actually I'm 62 micrograms of Euthyrox, yeah. If I'm going to take it and my thyroid actually wakes up and starts working even further, I might have symptoms of hyperthyroidism because my dosage of my medication is too high all of a sudden. I don't think it's a horrible thing to actually boost my own thyroid and adjust my medication if I start having symptoms of hyperthyroidism, but you judge for yourself. Now, how much ashwagandha is recommended overall? It's around 450 to 500 milligram once or twice daily, and you should be taking extract rather than root or leaf. I want to say also, if you will decide to take ashwagandha, make sure that you take ashwagandha that has 5% of, and I don't remember that name, vitanoids, something. Anyway, there is a percentage of how concentrated your ashwagandha supplement is, so make sure that it's, from what I remember, above 5%. When I finish this video, I'm going to try to find the link to a good supplement that I can actually link down below, so you can just go and get it, because it's much more complicated than just Googling ashwagandha and taking 2 pills a day. Now, here's where we get into a juicy part, and it is ashwagandha for PCOS and ashwagandha and testosterone levels. Now, here I actually put in some of the stuff that I already explained. So first thing is that it is adaptogenic herbs, so it won't work for everybody same. So it's not like, as I just said, I'm taking 62 grams of Euthyrox and it's gonna, this is the amount of thyroid hormone that I'm getting. It's not like it works with ashwagandha. You can take ashwagandha and get a specific result because it is not synthetic hormone that you're getting. You're just giving your body something that is supposed to help it work better. So because of that, the requirements might be a little bit different for different people as well. And studies, though, in men have shown that ashwagandha is increasing testosterone levels. Now, this is getting very interesting, and I'm going to show you a couple of articles as well, because ashwagandha actually has been proven to raise testosterone levels in men, and I want to say in men 3,000 times, because actually there hasn't been any studies that have proven that ashwagandha is raising testosterone levels in women. And it is, I think, due to the adaptogenic nature of ashwagandha, right? It just helps you create what your body needs. So for males that had low testosterone levels, it's going to help them create, get that communication in their body. So their body knows that they actually need more and therefore create more. It's not like it's boosting your testosterone artificially. So it is a very few studies on women. So I would be very cautious in saying yes or no. Now, let me show you what I have in terms of studies. Let me just do a little swap around and share my screen. So, of course, it's in a different order. Right, do we have it? We have it. Right, so here you can see it's a general study. I might link it down below. It's efficacy and safety of ashwagandha in improving sexual function in women. And the only sentence that I have found said that ashwagandha may similarly increase testosterone in women and offset androgen deficiency syndrome. And that is, again, for women who had deficiency. Now, and that's it. I just wanted to double check. So it might be, but it's actually not. It's actually very vague, this study. And this is what I found so frustrating, because I've been trying to find few studies that would actually prove whether it does help or it doesn't. But it's not a lot of them. It's not like when you search about berberine and PCOS and insulin resistance, and it's like, clear that it does help. Now here is a little bit better. Because of course it's been testing, of course, cortisol levels as well. But here we have one sentence that's very important. Testosterone levels increased in males, but not in females over time, although this change was not statistically significant compared with the placebo. So again, there is no brilliant studies that will tell us black or white if it can increase testosterone levels that are there is something that we do not want in PCOS, right? Because our high testosterone levels influence our skin, our extra hair. So I don't know your name, but you said that you had you're taking it for facial hair as well, for facial excessive hair growth. So it is not tested. That's what I want to say. However, for me, I highly doubt that it was increased testosterone levels to when we women with PCOS already have too much of it. What I think it would rather do, and it was actually mentioned in few articles, not scientific, so I didn't want to quote them, that many women with PCOS are taking it for excessive hair growth, because don't forget that if adaptogenic herb is going to encounter your body and you actually have too high level of hormones, it is supposed to help you lower that hormone. So it is supposed to level everything down rather than produce something, produce a lot of something, and you have to kind of manage it. I hope you know what I'm going with this. Now, I'm going to show you what real women say. And this is from a forum. This is from PCOS support group on Facebook. And this is from women who actually have been taking ashwagandha. And then I'm going to do my final verdict in a minute. So one woman said, my daughter has PCOS and noticed improvement in her mood since she took it. Sorry, I'm blind. Also, I think she slept better. She started having migraines a couple of months after taking it. Not sure if it could be a cause or not. So this is one thing to think about. Every day someone says helping with stress. I did every day, unfortunately, run out and haven't bought more. It was a great mood stabilizer. My boyfriend even commented I was more focused and more balanced even during my PMS time. I recommend it to quiz, blah, 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 recommend ashwagandha, da, da, da. And the last person says, yes, I love it, been taking it for a couple of weeks and now notice difference in mood swings. And this is the most important benefit of ashwagandha that I want to focus on in a minute. We have a question. How long should I take it for reducing excessive hair growth? Any single supplement you should be taking at least 3 months to notice any effect of like mood stabilizing. And you should start taking only that supplement at that time to make sure whether it is this supplement or any other thing that might be working or not. So I definitely would say 3 months, but because this is very tricky, because I know that hair with excessive hair growth, to see the difference in hair, it takes the longest time. Somewhere when I was researching insulin resistance, it said that since you level your insulin resistance, it might take 6 to 12 months for you to start seeing results in hair. So I would say if it's not too big, hurt on your wallet, keep on taking it. It's the same with inositol. Apparently inositol is 8-10 months before you see any results. So keep on taking it. Take it at least 3 months. See if it stabilizes your mood. If yes, great. If it helps you sleep, great. So you can keep on taking it and keep going and see if it works. After 6, I think if you don't see any difference after 6 months, you should probably stop. However, I would also say that you shouldn't count solely on supplements like ashwagandha to help with hair growth, because yes, although it is adaptogenic herb, is a quite weak thing to use. It shouldn't be your main focus. Your main focus should be healthy diet, lowering your insulin levels if you have insulin resistance. It should be, maybe even if you want to supplement, if you have insulin resistance, it should be rather berberine, because those are a little bit stronger supplements that work in a little bit more direct way. On insulin resistance, that is the most commonly, not always, but most commonly the cause of our high testosterone levels and then our excessive hair growth. So I'm going to switch this off now. I see your comment. I will reply to it in a second, but I want to give my own opinion. I've been taking ashwagandha. I have taken it probably 4 months, 3 years ago. I am not sure if I have seen a huge difference. However, it's hard to remember after 3 years, so I might be wrong. I think it was good for anxiety. However, at that time I had pretty severe anxiety. So again, if you're a person who is in a pretty good life situation and you still have a little bit, you feel like you're a little bit too stressed or you have a little buzzing anxiety, it might help you. But again, I would name it more toning than actually solving the issue. So it is an option to take, and of course it has so many other benefits that I don't see any harm taking it. I would definitely give it a try and see how you feel. I would primarily use ashwagandha for its mood regulation benefits, and this is what generally women with PCOS use it for. So to lower their cortisol levels and therefore their stress, their anxiety. Lowering stress. Stress usually has a cause anxiety, to be fair, also. But of course, nothing will be as strong as getting rid of your stress and anxiety reasons, right? But if you have, you're prone to anxiety and your anxiety is stronger than whatever's happening in your life, absolutely try that. There are other things to try for that as well, as I mentioned. If you need some more acute help, the sleepy teas are going to be great also to help you with your sleep. However, ashwagandha is not supposed to make you sleepy, so that is a pro. So if it goes to mood swings and mood regulations, I would recommend trying it and seeing how you go. From my research, I lean more towards the fact that it will not increase your testosterone levels, just from the mechanism how it works. However, there are no scientific studies proving this claim. There is just one. However, again, they said it was kind of negligible anyway. So I would almost say that there is no scientific studies, but again, I didn't notice when I was going through comments, for example, I didn't notice anybody saying that it did anything like that. They noticed that their acne was getting worse, their hair growth or their hair loss was getting worse. And it just seems like some people, when they hear increases testosterone, they're very wary of that, which makes sense. But it looks like for now, again, might be wrong in the future, that ashwagandha is not raising testosterone levels in women. Because again, that's not how it supposedly works, right? It's light toning thing that it's supposed to increase communication, actually better feedback, right? If you have too much, okay, don't produce that much. If you have too low, produce a little bit more. It's supposed to improve that feedback loop between your glands, pretty much. So I'm pro ashwagandha. I'm saying try it because everybody is different. Like for me, for anxiety that I had, the best was therapy, to be honest. The other thing is I liked my sleepy teas because in the day I don't like feeling sleepy. I just couldn't afford buying ashwagandha anymore at that time. I just quit all the supplements. I might try it in the future, but also another option if you have very severe anxiety, I would say the option is CBD oil rather than ashwagandha. Now let's see what Emma said. I have taken capsules for nearly 3 months and it's early to say, but it seems that my hair is growing thinner. Great. My hormone was normal before and now. Again, sometimes the levels might be negligible. It might be something else going on in your body. I mean, I don't know. I hear all the time the stories where the hormones are supposedly good, but then you should actually check. For example, you have fine level of testosterone, but it's turning to DHT. And your DHT, which is dihydrotestosterone, is actually causing you all the symptoms. Or the doctor tests only testosterone, but it's actually your high DHEAs that weren't tested that actually cause you your problems. So there might be so many things that are causing it. Whatever they are, I'm happy that it starts to work out for you. Do you have any symptoms of insulin resistance, like, weight gain, difficulty losing weight, hunger, carb cravings, tiredness, fatigue, skin tags? Do you have any of those? Because it might be worth to try berberine. If then, I'm a big proponent, even though I haven't tried it. I'm going to tell you something in a minute. I'm talking about the hair straight self and not the amount of hair. Yeah, I get it. Actually, that's how it usually goes. Because if you notice where it starts, it's usually, we all have hair follicles, right? It's just in us women, the hair is very fine, but it's still there. So it actually thickens, it darkens, and starts growing in first in a few whiskers, and then it starts, right, growing in more, bigger amounts. So this is actually what happens, that the hair thickens. It's not like we don't have follicles and all of a sudden follicle appears and starts growing dark hair. So that's it. That's my verdict on ashwagandha. I'm saying try it. You see, saw a little bit of difference. Of course, I think that it's probably worth to keep on taking it a little bit more. It's also very hard to say, I think, with every supplement. It's hard to say what is it that did it. That is why it's so important to just try one supplement at a time, even though it might be that all of a sudden you read about all those stuff and you want to do all of them. I did it before. I did, very good like multivitamin, but I'm always trying to take like, if I take vitamins from like natural extracts rather than synthetic vitamins, that's a whole different tangent. And then I took DIM, I took ashwagandha at the same time. I was taking vitamin D because I was living in Sweden. I was taking so many things, and at the end of the day I really didn't know what worked and what didn't, and it wasn't sustainable to take so many things all the time. Not only for your body, that it might just not need some of them, but the second thing is it's not good for your wallet either. So it's very important to take your time, not be rushed, not try everything at once, and see what happens. Now, guys, I want your opinion because I see that we have quite a few people comment. If you didn't comment yet, because I see a few of you watching and you didn't comment yet, please make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. And in a few weeks, I'm going to have few produced videos because I'm going to go to visit my country. I'm going to go to Poland. So I might actually just put some produced videos for you. So I'm definitely going to show you my kombucha recipe. But I am thinking, let me know if you would be interested in this, of starting testing some supplements on myself. Now, what has happened with me recently is that I have been off keto for 8 months now. So I've been keto probably for 10, 12. I was doing fantastic. My skin was great. My stomach was great. I was losing weight. I was great. And then I stopped being keto. And now, after months being keto, my period got longer by around 3 days. I have been eating gluten, I have been eating carbs, and I have been eating everything. My skin is getting a little bit worse, and overall I start to have some digestive issues. Now, I was thinking that it might be a great time for me, being in this state, to actually try berberine and keep eating the food that I'm eating and see if I see the similar results that I did doing keto. Now, tell me if you would like to see the video like this, which would be kind of like a vlog type sit-down video where I take berberine, I don't know, for a month or for first 2 weeks. First I would be discussing, for example, if I had any side effects in first video, and then I can do a little bit later the video of the results. Let me know if you would like to see some more stuff like that, like real live vlog footage when I tell you about my proper experience. And also if you would like to see an interviews with real women with PCOS. I did one with Beth before. I have actually comment from Beth. Oh, there we go. Yasmin is saying hello Yasmin, I'm so happy you joined us. Nene said it would be cool. Beth said she had an accidental experiment, run out of magnesium and vitamin D. No sleep, bad acne, no fun. But always interested to see how other reacts to supplements. Exactly. Cool. Yeah. Okay, we'll do it. So I'm gonna order berberine. I don't know if I'm gonna still order it to Tenerife because nothing is being shipped here. So maybe I'm gonna have to do it whilst I'm in Poland. But it is an idea. I wanted to also say that I was thinking about getting real women with PCOS to do interviews. Nene, let me know if you want to be interviewed because I would love to interview you. Berberine would change my life. I really hope so, because so far the only thing that worked for me was keto, and I am gaining weight and I'm not feeling great. My acne is back. I'm generally depleted in everything, I feel like, recently. So I have to take better care of myself, but life comes in your way and it is what it is. So I will try berberine. I'm a little bit afraid because I never had a high level of insulin resistance, but I have to have some because I have all the symptoms. I am starting, if I eat carbs, I am getting horrible carb cravings. I am gaining weight so quickly. Yeah, I think something must be in it. Right, guys, I'm going to be wrapping this up. And talk, get ashwagandha, see if it works for you. It will improve your mood most likely, whether it works for hair, whether it works for blood sugar, additional benefit. It shouldn't raise your testosterone, and you shouldn't have bigger problems with your acne, hair loss, and hair growth. Let's see. Oh, Nene also saying, cool, I would love to be interviewed. I have a PCOS group. That's so cool. Maybe we should stream to both. That would be great. Right, guys. I will see you next week. And if you have any suggestions about the videos that you would like me to make, whether it is any other supplement that you want me to talk about or anything else, please let me know in the comments. I love making videos that you guys like, and I will see you next week. Love you all. Bye.